something like that, that's pure, I think oxycodone maybe. But the fentanyl is the most concerning one.
Exactly.
If that is true, that is very, very, very important info.
Ziggy, I can check tomorrow. I can do some research and see about the laws prescribing fentanyl in Tennessee.
I don't think they prescribe fentanyl though.
I knew somebody who used to get fentanyl. He was like
for cancer patients.
Well, he didn't have cancer. But this has been a few years. Well, this has been at least 10 years. He had patches. That's patches, and people.
Right.
And so
patches.
And I don't know. I mean,
but the patches. If Summer just touched one of those patches, that would be.
It would have been very deadly to her.
It would probably kill her.
Like I know the state I live in. Any heavy duty narcotics or sedatives need to be written in triplicate, and it needs to go to the state. I can check and see what Tennessee laws are on that to see if that's even a possibility.
Yeah. And we need to know, I mean, just for her knee, I don't know if I believe that. I mean, they might have gave her fentanyl at the hospital just while she was there, but
right.
I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
It does sound like overkill for me.
Yeah, it does. Like,
because she wasn't fit. Feeling well. She grandma stated that Summer wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, and if she might have, I don't know, like that's
maybe
I do know the person I knew that had got fentanyl patches also got oxycodone as for breakthrough pain. So and he didn't even remember.
Could he have gotten into it while Hunter was supposed to be watching her? They were in.
I don't know how Summer would have opened the patch.
Could maybe Hunter was going through it while they were in the store,
or if like there was a patch that was used and it was like thrown in the car somewhere and she got it, because even an old patch could kill her. I mean,
you'll have some life
or even accidentally fell off.
Yeah.
Like I've had nicotine patches that have just fallen off.
Yeah. But I mean, that's like a huge, I don't know. Guys, I wouldn't run with that about the fentanyl and oxycodone.
I wouldn't either.
Proof, because that's just what somebody told me. And and it was supposedly the day after I went on Natasha Cooper's panel I didn't go on the panel. I sent a super chat asking if Cher knew what was filled that day, or was it Cher? Yeah, Cher. And she's like, "Oh, that's illegal. I can't tell you that." And then you hear him go, "Hey guys, check private chat." Like she, was telling Natasha in private chat and Jay is for Justice what the drugs were. And it's like, it's not illegal. If somebody told you that, you can repeat it. I mean, so.
She wasn't telling.
It's illegal for the doctor to tell you that.
Right.
She wasn't.
The next day, Natasha Cooper supposedly went on her panel and goes, I guess she got mad at Cher or something, and supposedly released what Cher told her, that it was that it was fentanyl and oxycodone. I don't. So that's how this person got this info. So yeah, don't. I mean, until we have proof of that, and I just can't believe somebody I mean, usually a hospital wouldn't prescribe fentanyl either. I wouldn't think. I mean,
My personal opinion, with you telling me how you found out, that
yeah,
could just be Cher trying to be relevant again.
yeah, I know. I can't stand Natasha or I really can't stand Natasha Cooper. I think she's a horrible person. Okay, so I gotta go back to these questions. I'm getting so I have Glitter Queen. Thank you,
Yeah,
Reluctant
I
Healer.
see that. I can answer her.
Okay, yes.
Um,
Has Candace ever mentioned getting a large sum of money? Also, has Candace ever confided in you that she suspects Donna Summers' disappearance? Go ahead, Lynn.
right. Yeah, glitter queen. I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. When the whole $50,000 and the Mexican cartel thing started, I told Candace about that, and she immediately got angry. And the next thing I knew, she had Googled directions from her front door to the Mexican state line. And I said to her, like, has there been money, like unexplained money? And she just said yes. I didn't push on what kind of money or amounts of money. But she was very, very willing to go with that theory. I mean, it was really odd to me that without me prodding her, that she Googled how far Mexico was. See, Don has taken off several times
Right.
for
Yep.
days at a time. He's told her that he's gone to Knoxville. At least that's what she told me. And I know he's come back. He's come back wasted. So
You
it's
mean
not unusual for him.
are you talking about since Summer came up missing?
Yes, ma'am.
No, there's no way Donald went to any of those places.
He was gone for a couple days on benders and
Yeah,
stuff.
he was
So if it only takes 24 hours to get to a Mexican border,
He was
then
gone one time for 2 days. That's it.
that's enough to go there and back if you.
If he, I can't say where he was that 2 days. To be honest, I cannot say where he was that 2 days,
Okay.
but I do know that from the time Summer came up missing all the way up until now, I have talked to Donald every single day, and I'm telling you, he was not missing anywhere, any days except those 2.
Okay, well, that might have been enough for him to go there and back. Because if he had some drugs, like some kind of, upper like that, he could have used it all the way back and stayed awake the whole time. Reluctant Healer says Grandis did not get fentanyl. She told me she got Vicodin and kept it locked in her truck. So I don't know who Reluctant Healer is and how they know Grandis, but she says I didn't think that it sounded possible that she would get prescribed fentanyl. But I was just saying, but thank you so much for the super chat. And if, you're welcome to come up here sometime, in the future and explain your experience.
Before anybody jumps in on me, yes, I turned it immediately over to TBI.
Yeah. Yeah.
TBI's getting a lot of calls.
Yeah.
It's Donald and Candace's MO. I don't want to debunk everything, but it's their MO. They lie. The money thing's a lie. Trust me, it's a lie.
Them coming into money, you calling this a lie?
What money?
You said that the money thing is a lie.
Yes, the Mexican.
But you can't know that you don't know. You can't know that for a
You
fact.
cannot believe everything Don says, Sissy. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to argue. I really got a headache, but you cannot go off of what Don is telling you.
Well, the boys said they saw. Put it this way: if the little girl wouldn't have went in the house, and her brothers would not have witnessed seeing her and seeing that she was okay, then I could go along with your theory.
Okay, well, I'm fixing to tell you something now.
But the
It-
boys
Okay,
have been questioned.
Okay, what was that, Jenna?
Okay, the boys have been gone with CPS. They in child protective custody right now.
Yes.
They're not getting them children back, and I know that for a fact because the boys don't want to go back home. Did you know that?
Yeah, I pretty much did.
So you knew that. So Don told you that the boys told them they didn't want to come back home?
Don pretty much said that the kids are not coming back. Yes.
Well, it was told to me specifically because out of their mouth that the boys do not want to come back home. So what does that tell you? I mean, you're seeing, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be ugly, but you cannot go off of what Don is. Don is a habitual liar.
I'm not going off of what Don said. I'm going off of what the police and TBI and the FBI have as,
They haven't shared what they have, though.
We don't know what they have.
I know that they haven't shared it yet, but if the boys would have said, no, my sister did not come in here, we did not see her, and all of that, they would have done have cuffs on Don and K.N.S. because what their theory would have been out the window.
No, that's not true.
In jail.
That's not true.
I'm going to tell you.
They can't just put cuffs on them just because they catch them in a lie about whether or not they,
that kind of a lie. Yeah,
they have to have
No, in my opinion, I believe right now all they have is circumstantial evidence.
Exactly.
And it's going to take time. And
they've got a lot more than circumstantial.
I don't think they do. I think if they had more than circumstantial, somebody would be in jail.
Exactly.
I really do believe Candace and Donald are sticking to their story 100%. They're sticking to the story. Whatever happened to Summer after the boys, the three sons have seen her. And even that, what is that, the body burner?
David Dotson.
Yes. Even he has, through the grapevine said that the boys, because he took them out golfing and everything, and they, and the boys talk and everything, and yes, they saw their sister.
So you've known that.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, they saw their sister in the house.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, I have a question to ask. I grew up in an abuse. I seen my mama get beat every single day, and I know I was coached before I went to school. Don't say nothing that goes on in this house.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell me that them boys was not coached into saying that they saw Summer.
Absolutely.
Because why now, since they're gone from the house, they don't want to go back.
They don't want to go back, but they don't want to go back due to the fact that they're finally living, they're finally living in a place where they got structure.
Where they got love, where they got attention.
They got clean beds. They've got clean clothes. They've got a good school. They've got people actually paying attention to them. These kids were starved for attention. They did not have a normal, functional home, with Candace and Donald.
Sissy, I thought I asked you specifically if these boys were, if they were going to be coming home or had a chance to come home, and you said, and you never mentioned that they didn't want to come back. I thought you said that
I said Candace is.
It could have been somebody else. It could have been somebody else. It could have been Dawn.
I said that Candace and Donald is on a 6-month plan. Now, just because the boys ain't wanting to come home, Donald and Candace is still going to the court. They are still going through the process. They are still fighting to try to
They're not fighting. They're not doing what they need.
Well,
they're not fighting.
They're not fighting.
They're not fighting.
They're having a time of their life without any
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean, pervert. You're saying they still have a chance, but I'm saying they're doing what they're supposed to do.
They're still showing up at the court dates. They're still doing what the court CPS is asking of them, and the court system is asking of them.
Well,
yes,
it looks really bad that they don't call their sons when they are given a chance to call them daily every night.
They were complaining when we had to go see them. Donald acted like, oh my gosh, it was just the most horrible thing to have to drive a little way.
Yeah, it was. They was complaining.
Yes,
they was complaining because they had to drive they were supposed to meet halfway, but they had to drive the whole way.
Right.
But they weren't even that. They're not even that far.
And
no, they're not.
And most parents would go over there where that's at and rent a place to be close.
And there's no way. There is absolutely no way that they're far enough that it took them until 3:00 in the morning to get home.
Yeah, that's the story they told, though, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Hey, Lynn, I've already heard Jenna and Peregrine's answering this, but do you know this is, are the boys together as far as you know?
Yes.
They're all in one home? Okay.
Yes.
Levid has a question. And thank you so much, Levid. Does anyone know who Don is paying the $600 payment for the car? Because records show the car was paid for outright. There is no lien on the car. Or who gave them the $25,000?
Jenna, can I go here first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. All right. and I'm free to talk about our conversation today, honey.
Yeah, you're most definitely. I mean, everything we talk about, you're free to go ahead.
Okay. Something that's been bothering me. Okay. I spent all morning scouring Google on what compensation or what perks do you get for being on the Dr. Phil show. Everything I read said you definitely get airfare. You have a car with a driver that picks you up at the airport and takes you back to the airport. You get one meal a day because they film 2 shows back to back, Monday through Friday. You're stuck to a very strict schedule. Because I keep seeing all of these rumors that Dr. Phil paid for Candace's new teeth.
Uh-huh.
They will, in fact, pay for rehab or psychiatric help because he has clinics that he's affiliated with. I didn't see anything. Like, they don't pay for a wardrobe. They don't pay for hair and makeup. None of that. So it was brought to my attention that the veneers were like $10,000.
Were they veneers and not?
I believe they were veneers.
They were.
So is this?
And then in Jenna and I talking today, they were in California for 3 weeks.
No.
Where the hell did that money come from?
So we don't.
This isn't Dr. Phil.
Yeah. What about that's crazy. What about do any of you guys know about Levitt's question though about the truck?
I have tried and I looked and I don't know.
When it has been brought up to me that he is paying $600 a month for it, I don't know where he got it from. From my understanding, K.N.S told me it was a dealership because she was talking because it's a 2021, and I was like, "Dang, he must got good credit." But then, when I'm not trying to single you out, Sissy, but when he was telling Candace, I'm just telling you what he was telling Candace. When he was telling Candace he was leaving her for you, he was gonna let the Subaru go back.
He wouldn't had nothing to drive.
No, he has a truck.
Well, that's all he would have had, and he'd have been living in it.
You know, he has that truck, and he has the Subaru, and they have them other vehicles that that they got like what, a green expedition or something like that, or explorer, that is fixable, but they just won't get it fixed.
So we don't know, like, they're still up in the air how, like, where this lien is on this vehicle, or, you know, who they're paying these payments to, or if this car's paid off. Like, many people swear this vehicle's paid off.
Yeah,
it's crazy that anybody, if they seriously got a lump sum of money, like $50,000 for summer or something, and they put $25,000 into a vehicle or whatever, or paid off that vehicle. What a waste! I mean, God.
Well, not only that, Ziggy, but think of it this way, okay? We've got Chase 423 putting money out of his own pocket for a billboard. We've got all these other people donating money and time, and Chase paid for that pallet of flyers.
Yeah.
And you telling me these people have had money the whole time?
Right.
And what the hell are they doing for this child?
Right, exactly.
Why are strangers doing this for this child? That's a problem.
I do not believe they had any money at all. They would have been pulled back into the police station. They would have been questioned about where that type of money. You know,
I'm sure that they're being questioned if there is some money.
Yeah, there isn't, and they weren't gone 3 weeks in California. They was only gone for about a week or so there.
No. They was gone for 3.5 weeks.
I don't think so.
Well, I can send you every from the moment they got there to the moment they arrived back home. I can send you every screenshot.
Because
yeah, she's got it. She's got it.
You remember at first program, they probably wanted to keep the Dr. Phil thing like secret.
Yeah, but they were at their house. At the house, and matter of fact, Donald was, and I called him. He was at work, and then it was the day later. I guess the bag lady was there. They were packing their bags and everything, getting ready to go catch the plane. Didn't they catch the plane on like a Friday?
Did they meet up with a behavioral panel in California? That wasn't done.
No, behavioral panel came to Tennessee. They said that they met him at the holiday.
How would have they been in California for 3.5 weeks then?
Yeah, they wasn't. There was no way.
Huh.
K.N.S told me, okay, it was about.
Candace lies.
All of them lie.
Well, they both lie.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them lie.
What I'm saying is about if she's the one giving you that information.
No, it was the pictures she sent me. They are dated from because she sent like pictures from the airplane. Yeah. I got pictures from the airplane to there.
Well, they also stopped over.
Well, do we know what date on the
stopped over at Donald's dad? They stopped for one. They met Benny Keith at the airport.
That was a layover in Dallas.
Yeah, they went and seen Donald's dad.
I didn't even know that last question. I just freaking lost the question I had that somebody paid a super chat. I have Glitter Queens here, but then somebody else left a super chat, and I really need like one of the mods, like Doodle. Can you text me what that question was? The last super chat. Dang it!
And Ziggy, you wrote down Q's question. Remember?
Yeah, I have Q's questions to re-ask too. But somebody sent a super chat, and I had it.
I believe that was Levid's about the car.
No, the Levid one I already had, but it was in a different amount. It was like in a different country currency. I really need that. And I don't even know the name of the person who sent it, so I don't even know how to. I can't even.
Can't somebody go back on the slide and see what was up there? Hold on.
I'll look, and if anybody can. Shoot. I'm going to try to pull up the app and see if I can pull it. There was another question. I had them in order, and then okay. I have to use the bathroom, but while you guys are answering again, Q Carlock asked the question, and for some reason she didn't hear the answer. And then I'm going to go to Glitter Queen's question, and then there was one after that, but which we will figure out what it was. I don't even know. I could look for the person who said it, but I wouldn't know who. I don't know the name of the person.
If there's anybody in the chat, they could go back on the slide a couple minutes.
It doesn't, but you can't. You just can't. You can only scroll back so far. That's the thing. Okay, so the question.
Slide back to the beginning, Ziggy.
Okay. The question for Q Carlet's question is: have they heard anything that could actually lead to finding Summer? Was there? I forget how we answered this. But while you guys are answering that, do you remember how you guys answered that question?
Yeah, it was about what is it? Crime Stories Obsessed. It was about her call with her texting back and forth to Grandma, because that really was Grandma she was texting, and Grandma opened up to her.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was the info that was mentioned. Q Carlock. It was about what Grandma said to Emma from Crime Stories.
And I sent you the screenshot, Ziggy, about K.N.S admitting that Dawn was at home off work in the 3 o'clock hour.
Yeah, so that's some proof that Dawn got off work early that day.
Yes, and they didn't want nobody to know that.
Grandis told Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed that that Candace contacted Dawn, letting him know that Summer was sick and if she should take him to the hospital. That Summer never got out of the vehicle, and then Candace left with Summer to go meet Dawn.
Exactly.
So that's what we. Okay, so I think I have the question that was asked, but I think it was Bella. So somebody text me it. But first, Glitter Queen, thank you so much for your super chat. It says, Prayer Gardener, are you going to play that recording you told us you were going to play? And Lynn, do you have any recordings that could be helpful? Oh, I remember the super chat. It was it wasn't a question. It was just saying, hey, Prayer Garden, something about could you let other people answer? But I think you're doing a really good job, Prayer Garden, of letting other people speak and stuff. So I think that but anyways, but whoever sent that super chat, thank you so much. And I'm so sorry that happened. Yeah, I remember now. It wasn't a question, it was a statement. But yeah, Prayer Garden, are you going to play that recording you told us you were going to play?
Yeah. I sent you a video that I was going to see if you would put up and let everybody watch it.
Have you sent it already?
It's coming through right now.
Okay. And Lynn, do you have any recordings that could be helpful?
Unfortunately not. Again, Candace likes to video chat. And on Messenger, I never found a way to either get audio and video together.
You don't have to have the just put a tape recorder behind you where she can't see it and then talk to her, and it would have taken her voice.
Yeah, I didn't have any tape recorders.
It's sent, Ziggy.
Okay. And so we had let me see. Okay, I think I got it. So some Bella's asked if Jenna could tell us about the footage of Dawn and Summer at the fairgrounds the day Summer went missing.
Yes, what was me and Lynn was talking about that today. She said the exact name of the fairground.
It was by the Speedway.
Yes,
it's like Cock. It's Cock County Fairgrounds or something, or Cock COCKE. Coke.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the fairgrounds, and
they have video footage of that. I cannot release that source because I don't know if it's credible or not. But they said that they have turned over, if it's true, they have turned over the footage to TBI.
And I can kind of back that up because I remember after the whole Raven ordeal, there was a lady that got roped up with Raven. And a friend of mine actually sent me her video that I didn't want to watch. But she's out walking a little dog in the grass across from the speedway. And she also stated that Dawn and Summer were in a vehicle in that area, and it was caught on CCTV.
Okay.
Again, that's why I go back to, I think they have a lot of circumstantial. I think what they need is they need to find Summer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, Peregrine, the link you sent me, what is the link that you're sending me?
It's just a video I would like everybody to watch. Hey, Ziggy, can I
It says monkey business illusion.
Yeah, I understand what it is. Can I address something for just a minute? What they're talking about right now, the fairground.
I'm gonna mute and I'm gonna watch what this is real quick before I play it, because it doesn't have music or anything in it.
I know.
I'll listen to it. Okay.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's just something. It's just something I want everybody to see, and then I'll explain myself as to why.
Okay, but it's not actual footage of. Wasn't there a video you said you were going to show, like, that had?
I got
and stuff. Because this is somebody else's.
Yes, I'm going to share some voice recordings on also.
Okay, well, go ahead with what you were saying, and I'm going to use the bathroom while you're talking. Video,
when it comes to the fairground thing that you guys are talking about, Donald supposedly being seen, there's no truth to that. I remember back when that first came out, and also I was talking to Donald on the phone while there was a detective police. I don't know which one it was, but it was up there on his land, speaking with him, and he was really upset about that statement that had been made like that. And that's something that's already been, and that's why Candace brought it up to you guys. She knew that it's already been debunked, and it was just bullshit.
I didn't hear that from Candace.
Well, the thing is it is BS. It is BS. And I seen the little thing she sent you. What time did you say? And okay, that's okay. That's their mind games. I'm telling you now, I already knew about the supposedly being seen and everything. As I said, I was on the phone with him, and he was saying, "Hold on, sissy, hold on." And I was standing I wasn't standing there, but I was right there on the phone when he was talking to either a detective or the police officer, or whatever. That's the conversation they were having about that particular thing, I guess. And no truth to it. These are things. This is why what I'm telling you guys. You keep getting run around the bush, and we're not getting onto the facts. And that's why they're trying to shut me down. Is because I'm trying to get onto the facts. I'm saying, hey, no, that's not.
Well, I'm sorry, but you can't get onto the facts when you're just one-sided. You have to be both-sided. If you think that Don is innocent and Candace is guilty, it's not. You got to know that both of them are working together in on this.
Listen, Jenna, I do know that they're working together. And that's what I'm trying to tell all of you. That, they are working together, and they're running us all around a damn bush, and I'm sick of it. That's what I'm tired of. I've learned all their games. I've been in there, and I've learned every game they're playing with us, and I'm damn tired of it. I'm telling you, Summer, that's why I want Ziggy to show this video. I want to show you guys, just prove a point real fast about what happened with the boys. This is, I'm just trying to.
All this video is it's like.
Hey, Ziggy, if you could play it, I would show you.
I don't know if I have permission to play this from the creator. It says it's the monkey business illusion. That's what it says. Kids passing a ball around, like
a fair use act. There's a fair use act.
I know, but I don't understand what this doesn't have anything to do with except showing us that we can be easily.
I wanted
deceived,
to show.
That just shows you too that you could be deceived by what
No, I
Don.
basically was trying to show how the boys were so concentrated on their games and their other stuff. I wanted to show that this particular video shows how when you are subtracted on something else, how much
Right. And that's
I have
how,
kids.
and basically
that's how Summer could have got in the basement without being seen.
no,
by the
she went right
boys.
back out the back door.
But
You
that's
know,
just your opinion. You don't know that. You also don't know that the about this footage of Don being at the fair. That's your opinion, right? Or what was your reasoning that the fair thing didn't happen?
he was on the phone.
Sorry, I had to walk away.
He was on the phone with me when he was talking to the police or the detective that day about that very subject. And he was angry and upset that was said about him because he was not home. And they said they have to follow every lead. And he was telling
He was not home.
I know.
Oh my word. I wish you could show that screenshot of K.N.S saying he was home, Ziggy. I wish you could.
Oh, I will. What you texted to me?
Yeah, I texted you and it was I can't get off because I'm on my phone doing this thing.
One I got a text from Dawn K. She said, "I've never been to Tennessee. Jenna is lying, and I have proof." Lynn's real. Oh, I'm not gonna put that out. She said that Sissy is in love with Dawn. I'm not lying about this. Sissy wants to be relevant. Okay, so that's Dawn's comment for right now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell Dawn, how did I meet her then? How did I know who she was? Because
And wait, Dawn doxed me?
No. So he was going to dox Sissy. Or so, they sent me who they believe Sissy's name is, but I wasn't going to say that out loud, I want to think nothing's been said about you, Lynn. No, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. She is saying your real name.
Oh, nice. We're gonna play that game. Okay.
Oh, so she said your real name, right?
I'm not going to tell anybody, Lynn.
I know. I trust you.
It might not even be. And of course, I just missed that freaking question too. I was just about to mention that question, and I. Oh, gosh, I can't keep up. Okay. Thank you to Jade Lane and Cornucopia for becoming members. In the community tab is the link for members only Discord. And once again, I'm going to have to find that question that somebody just sent. So let's see if I can figure out how to do. When I pull up YouTube, it only lets me scroll back. Okay, Spirit Seeker says she sent it to me in Discord. Thank you, Spirit Seeker. You've been amazing. Ooh. Janice Gibbs, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, why does Prayer Garden talk to Don Wells every day? He and Candace Wells tell lies. So whatever he's telling you is a lie. Also, he can be in Mexico and tell you he's at work.
Exactly.
He's playing you like a fiddle. That's Prayer Garden. Did you hear that?
When he's at work, you can hear the swooping of him running the mud across the walls. Donald don't go there and just talk to somebody. He actually puts you on speakerphone while he's swooping his walls.
Well, and you might be so you were on the phone with Don when he was on the phone with a how did that happen? Does he have two phones?
No, the man was up there at the house. The detective or the police officer was up there
and it got brought up about the fairgrounds?
It was brought. That's what he was pissed about once the man left. And I said, hey, what's going on? He started telling me that, about somebody trying to say they seen him and his daughter and all of this BS. And,
Okay. So he just claimed but all he did was tell you, no, that's not true. So how's that even proved at the fair? He wasn't around the fair.
He was talking to the man and basically he's like, yeah, I know. The man was talking to. But he was saying,
But you said you had asked Don what it was about.
The man was telling him that they have to follow every lead, this and this, as detectives or police tell you, that they have to ask questions, they have to follow up on No matter what the lead
Well,
is, it's like way far fetched.
all I have to say, Don, if it's true that you were near the fairgrounds with Summer, you're gonna be busted. I'm telling you now. There's gonna be there's camera footage somewhere. So
She ain't gonna worry about that because it didn't happen.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyways, Nicole Wilson, I respect everyone, but this is all games. I can guarantee we are getting laughed at, just like the call, says Nicole Wilson. Thank you for your super chat. Well,
Nicole Wilson, you are 100% right.
Exactly.
They think that this is all a big joke.
And it's not, and it's sad.
I was also around the night they played their little trick on Mary.
yeah, what did they you
Candace called me that morning, and I have screenshots of the call.
Oh, I need
Of course, like I said, I couldn't get audio and video to work. And she was just really weird. She went outside with video chat. She kept telling me Don is home. She showed me his truck. She asked if I wanted to go downstairs to see him, that he was downstairs watching TV. I said, no, thank you. Again, I've never had much use for Don.
Mm-hmm.
And just kept reassuring me that Don was home. Well, then all hell broke loose on YouTube that Don was arrested. And I called her. She was in another call, and texted her. And I said, what the hell is going on? And I said, where is Don? And she said, he's right here. Everything's fine. I told you, Don is home. And I was like, okay, but that's not what everybody's saying. She said, I know, but he's home. I said, okay. Well, then that night, Mary went on to, I believe it was maybe Chris's. And I heard the phone call. And it blew me away. Blew me away. And at that moment, I was done. Like, what an actress. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
She has never cried over her children like this.
Prayer Garden, look at that. You see it?
Hold on, I'll pull up there was a screenshot before that might be better to pull up here in a sec. I have to send it to my computer, but because I don't know where I have it. It's so hold on, I can get the what was asked before that. Because what was asked before that said, which I'll put up in a second. Candace asked, did you tell someone that Donnie was home at 3 the day Summer went missing? And then you say, no, not 3. Candace said, what time did you say? You said 3:30 or 4, but that you didn't see him. And you said, I told that didn't come from you. And Candace said, okay. So it seems like she's really concerned about this, what time you are telling everybody.
Yeah, it was. She does not want nobody to know that he was off of work, because Don lied and stated he worked late that day, when in reality, no, he did not.
Interesting, huh? Wonder why somebody would want to cover that up.
Because Don keeps saying, "Oh, I was at work. I was at work." No, you wasn't. You was not at work.
Yeah. I know why somebody would want to cover that up. I was just being sarcastic. Let's see. Let's pull up this. Oh, thank you, Julie Applewhite. She says, Ziggy, keep up the good work. Well, thank you. And I know that people feel like, we're getting laughed at or whatever. But this is important stuff for us to come, try to decipher all the BS and try to come up with what could possibly happen to Summer, And
I just think it's going to be difficult to decipher, like on the same panel with Prayer Garden, because we're coming from two different places.
Yeah.
She's coming from what her experience is with Dawn, And what Jenna and I experienced with Candace is totally different. Again, these aren't normal people.
They're
This
not.
isn't
They are not.
a normal relationship. This isn't a normal relationship at all.
Yeah. I think Pergard or Sissy's just convinced, absolutely convinced that it was Candace that did something. Um, and I think that's why she
It
said
was
that.
it was both of them. And I
Yeah.
hate to say it, it was both of them.
Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest. We're all headed for the same destination, and
Right.
Yeah,
that
it's true.
that is to find Summer. To find Summer to get this case solved. Now, I'm not coming in there for Candace or Dawn. I'm trying to come in here with facts. Facts. Facts
Well,
that the boys
what
seen.
your
The
experience and
boys
what
seen
your
their sister. They seen her. She was in. She did come into that house. She went back out of that house, and far as Candace and playing all this game of whatever she's playing here with people, and I know it's a game because that's what her and Donald do, and you two know that's what they do also. And
Do you know for that the boys
it's
said that?
I know, I know
they said that at the beginning, right?
they're still saying
Right.
it.
Well,
The
how do you
police
know
are
that they're
talking to
still saying that though? None of us know that.
them. Donald said that the boys have been questioned.
Don lies like about first of all, like did he pass it lie detector test?
Well,
Hey, Lynn,
well,
what were you told about the lie detector test?
I wasn't told anything about the lie detector test, but she did tell me about the drug tests.
Yeah, what they say?
And he
What they tell you?
first she told me that she passed hers and he failed for coke. Then she told me that they both failed and she failed for THC and meth,
Myth.
and that
Yep.
he failed for THC and coke. But then when Jenna and I talked today, we believe they both failed for coke. Plus,
Yep.
she had
And
the meth and they both had the THC.
because she told me she smoked with him,
Mm.
and they're doing
But I
hair strand
know
tests now.
And that's why tell everybody why she's coloring her hair is what Jenna what she told you about
She's coloring her hair now because they're doing hair strand tests, and she's still doing drugs.
she thinks it's going to help her pass hair
Yes.
strand test.
Yes.
That's why you guys see her hair being colored. It's not because she's trying some new kind of style or, trying to look cute.
and the other thing that blows my mind, Ziggy, is, you know, I've been through it with my daughter where CPS got involved with my grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God she's got 4 years recovery from heroin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
But
amazing.
she had to go through an entire reunification process, parenting classes. She went to rehab. Then she had to do 90 meetings in 90 days when she got out. She had to have everything signed off on. She had to go to personal counseling. She had to do all of this stuff, okay? Candace is on the phone 24
24/7.
hours a day.
Exactly. Both of them are, and it's sad.
There is no way this is getting done.
Right. No way they're clean. There's
No.
and
And
that's
there's no way they're following the reunification plan. I
and that's
understand, I understand everybody says that Tennessee CPS sucks. Well, they all suck in every state. Could Tennessee be worse? Yes, but there's still got to be a judge to sign off for them to get these kids back.
Yep.
And if they're not following a damn plan, they're not getting those boys
well,
back.
and how's it going to look that they don't even seem concerned about their boys? And not calling them They call them once while they're in
Absolutely.
California, whether or not they were just in Cali for a couple weeks, or if they were in there, or even a week. Let's just say they were there for even a week. If they were just over there for a week and just called them one time, still that's crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I just feel like
Exactly.
it's going to look really bad that they're not calling the boys every night. And that's like the easiest thing that they could do to try to look good is, seem concerned that they love their boys and calling them every night and showing, but they're not even doing that.
No, they're not.
No.
So,
but yet people are donating to fix up their house to get the
Exactly.
boys back. Like,
And
what
they're
the
not going to
hell?
do that. Them boys don't want to go back home.
Thank you so much. Let's go, Brandon and Vibe Skip. Thank you guys. Both want to know, Prayer Garden, if you have those voicemails that you were going to show or something like that. Did you say you were going to show voicemails?
Yes. That's what I said early on, is they were not taking the drug drops. They were supposed to be doing drug drops. They were supposed to, I was screaming, get CPS up there, start doing the drug drops on them. They're high and messed up every night. When I said it, nobody was listening. Somebody else says it. Oh, yeah, everybody's going to.
Oh, no, we all believe that they're on drugs.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I've seen it.
Say that they're not. I don't. The only person that said that they're not, I think, maybe is Dawn K. Maybe she said that they're just do alcohol. There was one person that said that they don't do drugs and they just drink, I think, but no, I don't.
But
believe
even if it's just alcohol, that's still a problem.
Yeah, especially since they're abusing it. Yeah, obviously to the point, if where they're going on lives and making the fool of themselves on the toilet and
Absolutely.
nodded out on the chair, like looking like you're not even alive. And you guys are worried about the create. I'm talking about some people watching right now are worried about the boys seeing things that us creators have put out, but it starts with the parents. The parents are definitely not concerned what their boys are going to see when they get older. I mean, how embarrassing.
Well, they see it themselves when they were there,
Thank you so much, Melissa in Tennessee. So Prayer Garden, are you wanting to share any voicemails or?
Yes. Donald asked me, I'm pulling them up for you.
Okay. Okay.
Donald asked me he said he had to take a psychological test with CPS, was wanting to know about the psychological test and so forth. Him and K.N.S was at his job site that day. And he wanted to know if I knew anything about it and everything, that, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to hold yourself, those types of things. And if I knew anything about maybe questions they might ask or whatever. And anyway, I was like, you can find anything you want on the internet, on that topic. And he's like, well, we're at work. And I was like, well, I pulled it up for him, and told him, you had to sit straight up. Don't, bend over anything, or act like you're invading their space whatsoever. You got to keep eye contact, all of these things. And then I find out that another lie, he wanted to know all of that stuff because he's going on the behavior panel, not for some CPS bullcrap. And, that's just another thing he wanted to prepare himself for.
Yeah. Shoot, there was something I needed to ask, but I got distracted. Let's see here. What about Jody Sue? Now that she's back on the hill, is she really back? Are her and Keaton's buddies again? Lynn, do you know if Jody Sue's friends with I've asked already Prayer Garden and Jenna what they believe. Do you know if Jody Sue's friends with K.N.S?
Jody Sue's definitely friends with K.N.S. She was talking to K.N.S.
I know.
She made a video.
I wanted to see Lynn's, if Lynn knew. Do you know Lynn?
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I thought she was asking us.
No, it's okay. No, Prayer Garden. I just wanted to ask Lynn because we haven't asked her yet. So,
to my knowledge, they were friends. I also found somebody on Facebook. I have screenshots. that is familiar with Jody Sue, and I can't say that this is proof. This is just somebody talking. Supposedly this was a little more than showing each other's bruises. And they're saying that there were pills exchanged, and Jody and her husband were suppliers.
Okay.
They actually mentioned her husband's name long before it came out. So I gave that part of it some credibility. What I don't understand is, like, I get that Jody Sue, I haven't gotten real involved in this, so forgive me. I get that Jody Sue got a little defensive or whatever over money with the fundraiser.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting messages that Jody Sue is guilty for Summer. And I've listened to bits and pieces of some lies over there on Squaw's channel. And now, last night, she was accusing Jody Sue's daughter and her son.
What? Wow.
Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, the only reason I question Jody Sue is not because I think that she took Summer. I just think that I question her motives behind, and that's the question somebody emailed me too that wanted to ask. Now that I mentioned the word motive, and I also have a question from Smoky Blue Days. I saw your question. It was messaged to me, and I will get to that. But I question, the reason why I always ask was Jody Sue and K.N.S friends, or, if they were good friends, because I want to know, was this scream real? I want to get down to the bottom of it. I want to know if it was real. I find it odd it didn't come up until a couple months after Summer went missing, even though, the only person I don't know, Lynn, did they ever mention that? How soon after Summer went missing did you actually start speaking to them, Lynn?
Beginning, I would believe it was the beginning of July.
Okay.
The only thing I had heard about the scream was actually from Rose Meyer on Chasing Truth. She called in, not in the interview Chasing did with her, but in Rose Meyer called in, and they talked over a lie. And Rose Meyer mentioned this scream.
Like how early on was that?
But I think, I'm sorry, can you say that again?
How early on do you think that was? Was that
Rose Meyer was there the weekend after Summer went missing.
Well, I mean, how soon did you hear this about the scream from Rose Meyer?
Oh, I would again, I would say early July, maybe late June. I can go back and check.
I'm just wanting to find proof that the scream was mentioned.
Well, I'm curious to know if Rose Meyer talked to Jody Sue while she was there.
Yeah, right. I don't
because
know.
that could kind of explain that, because I never heard Candace say anything about a scream.
Okay, and I don't know. Sorry if Jenna or Per have anything to say about that. That want to speak up or anything, or if not, we can move on to the next question. I have Per, were you saying something or
no, I've already covered Jody Sue. She did say she heard the scream though.
I want proof though. I want proof. I want to see proof that this scream was mentioned like right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
After I want to see proof it was mentioned like within, a day or two.
Yeah, Ziggy, I mean, in all honesty, I've put in numerous FOIA requests for the 911 calls. I'm not getting anything. They're not even responding, which
Wow.
I think by law they have to at least respond and give a reason why. That's been that way in other cases, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think, right? I know with like, Chris Watts and stuff, they were giving people,
I don't understand that at all.
Oh, can I say this? I've never been to K.N.'s house. I've seen somebody say that I've been to K.N.'s house. I've never been there. But we did FaceTime a lot. We did message a lot. Practically every day, all day. For a long time. Until I told Grandma was back home.
They blocked me. Sorry, my daughter was talking to me. I had to mute real quick. Boy problems, you know how that goes. If you
Yeah.
Anyways, so somebody emailed me and said, could you please ask about motive? If Candace took Summer to Dawn, what was the motive? To hide her from CPS, to kill her, to traffic her? Well,
Hey, Ziggy.
huh?
Any of the above?
Yeah, exactly.
What was that, Sissy?
I got a it was one of those, those little clips that you send over your phone when you talk. It's just a little clip when you want to say something to someone.
A voice clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And Donald sent me this one.
Okay, let's listen.
I'm trying to get it to play. Kind of sounds like a kid to me. I mean, I don't know. Sounds like
That's it.
that's
What was that?
that's what I'm saying.
It
What
sounds
is
like machinery or something.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like
Hey,
to me.
I see people wanting some voicemails.
Yeah, that's not a scream. That's like some kind of. That sounds like his. Probably he's at work and it's his equipment. Like a sanding equipment or something, or whatever it's called, where you.
I've heard his equipment in the background. It's just a slider thing.
Yeah.
That definitely wasn't his equipment.
Yeah. Did you have any voicemails that you can
I've
share?
got another one.
Okay.
I'm going to put out here
right now, or did you need a minute?
She's okay. She's okay. She's okay.
Oh wow. So he's saying to that was she's okay. What did you say to him before he said that?
I must have been asking something about Summer. I don't know. Must have just been a conversation about who knows. Or he could have just sent it like he did that other thing off the wall like he usually does. And then he sent this one. Come on, play.
They even put their littlest girl in some psych ward in Knoxville or some city, Nashville, I don't know, and just left her there. They don't act like they could care less about her, and I don't understand it. When she was at our house, if you treat her with respect and everything, she was a nice.
Who is he talking about?
He's talking about Allie's daughter, which is about Summer's age. What got me is if you treat her nice and with respect. And I also heard somebody talking about something of Tennessee or whatever he's mentioning there. I mean, I know that you're into the selling the child the traffic, whatever. And,
Yeah.
you know, so I thought maybe you'd be interested in hearing that one.
Yeah. Would you replay that one more time? Now that there's some background to that.
Waiting for me. Hold on.
And Angel, I'm getting to your super chat here after she plays this.
They even put their littlest girl in some psych ward in Knoxville or some city, Nashville, I don't know, and just left her there. They don't act like they could care less about her. And I don't understand it. When she was at our house, if you treat her with respect and everything, she was.
He was saying that
Okay.
he was saying that she was a fine little girl or something. I didn't get, you know, I don't think that my recorder picked it all up when I was recording it off of the thing, because there was he did say, you know, about her being a fine little girl. I'm pretty sure that was, I don't quote me, but you know.
So you never seen the real Don?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Have I ever met or seen him?
No. Have you seen the real Don instead of all these fronts he puts on in front of people?
Oh yes, yeah, yes. I definitely seen the real Don. You know, the one that's mind, likes messing with people's minds, and him and K.N.S, the way they laugh. They're sitting at home right now and laughing. You know, they're cracking up because they you know, Donald from the get, he wanted to put out Mr. Dobbs, and he wanted to put out the car, and he wanted to put out anything that he can possibly put out there to make us run around a bush and come back. You know, that's what they do, and they think that's the way to keep everybody diverted from coming back and focusing on them. And that's what I've been trying to get everyone to do. Focus on them. Focus on, you know, facts, things that we do know.
Yeah, baby business.
No, what Don is worried about is all the stuff that's coming about him and getting him in trouble. Instead of him worrying about looking for his own daughter. And same with K.N.S.
They don't need to be looking for their daughter. They already know what.
I know they do, but at least they can go. I mean, not going out and look for her. That should tell everybody right there.
Well, yeah, I agree. Yes, that's what I've been saying the whole time. They're not putting up flyers. They're not crying about her. They're not out there, you know, spreading the word. They're just trying to do enough to keep you off their asses. And really, they just don't give a F, because they already know what happened. They already accepted it. And they're like, you guys just need to all go to hell, leave us alone, and let us go on and live our life and get away with what we have done.
Hey,
why does it concern you?
Spirit, thank you, Spirit Seeker. You should just go ahead and play all your messages. Is it really like, I mean, the ones Dawn said anyways. I don't know what's to really hide, really. I mean, if you have any voice clips, you should just go ahead and play them. I mean, but that's up to you, obviously. But I think people were looking forward to it. Those ones are not anything like, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, talk about.
Well, one, he said.
Somebody said, Julia said those voice clips are from an interview. I remember him saying
that's what I thought as well. It sounded like from an interview.
Yeah, I thought they sounded familiar too. That one sounded familiar.
Thank you, Julia, so much.
Absolutely not. That is the little clips that Donald sent in my thing. I told Ziggy.
Was he send it through Facebook Messenger?
Yes, it's what he.
Why don't you play like a bunch of them right now? Like just play them all. That would be really interesting.
Exactly.
I do need to address Angel Carroll because she's been waiting patiently up here on my screen. And thank you so much, Angel. What about this private investigator? Is it the lady from We Give You Hope or her husband?
Both of them.
Is that supposed to be the private investigator though? Really?
Yeah, that's their private investigators.
Well, from what I understand, there's two.
Yeah.
They call Michelle from We Can Give You Hope. They were calling her a private investigator.
Thank you, Chris.
But she's a piece of work too. I wouldn't consider her a private investigator at all.
No.
But then later on, from my understanding, there was a
Tiffany
couple
or something
from
or
a
Tiffany
local
Lynn.
couple.
Was it a Tiffany Lynn? Because that's who I contacted one day because I thought I had seen Summer, and I'm hopeful that she's still alive, but in my heart is telling me otherwise.
I know.
Hey, Prayer. I'm just don't be offended by this question, okay? Please don't be offended. This is what I feel. I don't feel like you had any relationship with Don or anything. I feel like maybe you pretended that you liked him to get information. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was nothing but friends with him and Candace. Nothing but friends with him and Candace.
Well, can you play the voice messages?
The thing is,
because I was like, I bet she was just like pretending to like him so that because I could see like somebody doing that and I could totally understand that to try to get information. So I was like, I bet that's what it was. I don't think that, you really want, I don't believe like that's what I thought anyways, but so you're saying you didn't even like pretend to, because I saw I can't even tell you right now who sent it to me. I can't remember. But somebody sent me screenshots that showed somebody saying that I have him pretending, they were saying it was you, where it said, I have him pretending that I'm in love with him, but don't tell him I'm trying to get information out of him.
No, I don't know. Was not you? I do not know who that was. Absolutely, positively, it was not me. Okay. I would not.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
I would not, for one. I wouldn't disrespect my own husband like that. That passed away with cancer, to go and manipulate some other man, to manipulate some other man for any reason. I mean, I don't care what information he has. That's, really the police's job. But,
your husband's passed. You're free to date who and, who you want. According to the Bible.
I fully understand that.
I mean, he's married though. So that's, I guess that's, but still, I was like, I told the person, I remember saying, like I can see, I don't know if I would do that, but I can't blame. I mean,
no,
I couldn't blame somebody for trying to get information out of him. If that's going to be, if he's such a sucker, if he's the sucker, if he's going to fall for something like that.
That's deceiving. I did stick in there after what happened to Mary. I really wanted to just walk off right then and there, but I did stick around after Mary to, see from there what they did have to say. I was more interested, instead of believing their BS lies, that they're Christians and they were really up there wallowing some pity or whatever. No, I knew right then and there that no, these people are not Christians whatsoever. A Christian would not do what they just done. A Christian would not ask me to pretend that I'm something I'm not, to go along with their monstrous behavior.
Yeah. Well,
And
I was just trying to give you. I just thought that
you know,
I want to know who it was then if it wasn't you, because they probably have a lot of information.
and you know, they should bring it forth. They
Well,
should.
can you play those voice clips, because people are all wanting. They say like let's see. Chris says, "Prue Garden, you said you had recordings of your conversations and some
I
recordings."
put the recordings that I had on my phone because I'm on my computer. I have to actually
I know. I just asked you for
transfer. So I can't do that and be on here too. So
You
those
can't swap to the computer and then like send it from a phone.
You don't have to play what you said, just what Dawn said. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't send him no voice clips, not even one. I didn't send him no voice clips at all. He only was sending them here and there to me. I was sending him nothing. So not in voice clips. I was sending him. I would literally write to him and chat. I mean, everything that I was saying was in writing. So he did have a question for Chris McDonough on one of the voice chats that he wanted to know if Chris McDonough knowed a certain person. I don't know who that certain person is.
Thank you, Julia Valentine. Thank you so much. And guys, once again, before we get to Q Carla's question, if you hear a man, it is Jenna's husband. He's there. Say hi.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Say hi, Jenna's husband.
Hi, Jenna's husband.
No, I mean, I was trying to get him to say hi. Well, hi. Yeah, hi.
It's my husband. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So sometimes you might hear him comment when he's just like, you know, like
he comments, and I'm sorry.
Oh
but,
no, like we would, if he wants to comment, I would love his experience too. So every time we hear that, that's from Jenna's. Somebody was asking me who the man was, and that's her husband. And I've talked to her on the phone, and sometimes he has, you know, he's been a witness of Jenna, you know, talking to K.N.S, and he's heard some things. So sometimes, occasionally, he'll like, you know, say something.
Yeah.
We have that in common too.
What was that?
We have that in common too.
Your husband also has heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, Sissy, no disrespect at all. I was just wondering, because I thought, you know, I thought that that's really what it was. And I could understand that. Prayer Garden, or not, Q Carlock says, thank you, Q Carlock. Says, Prayer Garden, can you help us understand why Dawn sent you that last clip to you, considering the context? Thank you, and thanks, Ziggy. So why did Dawn send you that clip that was him talking about Allie's daughter? Who, does she have a younger daughter? I thought her daughter was a teenager.
No, she's got a younger daughter than True. True's her older daughter. She has a daughter around Summer's age. And she from my understandings, she put the little girl into a psych ward so she didn't have to take care of her. Actually, the little girl is in some of the videos with Summer and them up there at the water hole. It's the little dark-headed girl that's running around with them, with H and the rest of them. That's Allie's daughter. But Donald did send some kind of a if Q doesn't he have a platform also? Isn't he a YouTuber? Or is that
yes, Q Carlock. Yes, she does. And then there's John Q.
Okay.
John Q.
I
He spells it CUE.
Right. If she wants, I could probably go over to hers and send her the chat thing of whatever he was talking about before that particular clip, and then I can send her the full clip if she wants it.
Okay, so you don't have you're not,
I'm on this one computer, and
So you're not able to look at your phone and just pull up your guys' conversation and just go through and just, click this message, play this message, you know what I mean? Like where you could probably mute here and just pick some that you listen to them first and just go through your phone. You could mute on here.
Yeah,
From
if you just put the speaker of the phone close to the speaker on the computer,
yeah, you
should be
could pull
great.
up your Facebook Messenger between you and Dawn, and you can mute here and then listen to a few of them that he's sent you and see if you can, there is one that you want to play. But if he's sent you a lot of voice messages, Joy of Valentine, thank you.
yeah,
She says,
he did send a lot of messages, and
so what?
That's where I messed up on these, is I didn't get the context that I needed. I didn't do the full thing.
Can't you just scroll through your conversation with your phone and just play them like normal?
I might actually. This phone that I'm using isn't even my phone.
But you don't have your Facebook messages on there?
I don't have my Facebook Messenger on this phone. No, I don't. It's somebody else's, and I would have to go through all of their stuff.
Because Julia Valentine said she said on here and online she was using Dawn. I don't. Which she was saying she was trying to get information out of them, which is. And also it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what would be there would be to hide as far as playing just Dawn's, voice clippings.
I don't have voice clips. Someone just asked if I have voice clips. I don't have voice clips. I have text and video chats. I don't have any voice clips.
Jenna has video chatted K.N.S like pretty much every single time. Is the too bad you don't have those recorded, but who?
No, I tried to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried it, but on my phone it says screen record, so it only recorded the screen. It didn't record the sound.
Right, that's what mine
Prairie Garden. Did you want me to unmute you now?
Yes.
You can always mute yourself too. There's a way to mute yourself, like the microphone looking thing. You should be able to see somewhere. You could click it and it can mute you if there's something going on.
I don't see a microphone thing out here on mine. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I do see it now. It's down at the bottom. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Hey, have you sent all those voice clips to like the TBI and stuff that you have? Like
some I have got together for actually my attorneys due to the threats and everything, and he's going to interact for me right now. So between everything, I did tell him about the place that you said was interested in talking with me, and he said go ahead and give them that call, and then they act like they didn't know what was going on. So he's like, just forget about it, No,
I know that the lady's number I gave to you is. Did you call the numbers I gave you and not just look up some number? I vetted. I mean, I don't know if you're like really scared for anybody.
No, I actually called the place, the place, the real place, and I asked, to speak with the names that you had given me, and
yeah, but did you call the phone numbers I gave you? They're personal cell phone numbers. Those are personal cell phone numbers.
I heard that, and my attorney said do not call personal cell phone numbers, to call the original place, and if they want to speak to me, then they shall get back with me. He said the personal cell phone numbers could belong to anyone.
Okay, well, let me mute real quick and call the lady. She's texting me real quick, and I want to see what phone number you're talking about.
I got some things going on in my background. I got to get off of here, so I'm going to have to shut down for the night.
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, make sure you get a hold of those people. It's really important.
Oh.